What's up, y'all? It's not Homescapes Gaming anymore. The Lock-In Devil. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of shit lately, so deciding to just play one of my favorite games, just chat a little bit. I know I played Hello Neighbor like 3 times on the channel already, but, you know, it's one of my favorite games for a reason, so let's play it. Maybe I'll give you a little background history on why I love the game so much. Yeah, just maybe have a more vulnerable chat. The reason why this is one of my favorite games is like, okay, this is so like cringy. I don't like doing this, but I remember like specifically, I was in the 5th grade. It was October. It was like late October. I was in the 5th grade and I was going through a really rough time. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I grew up under a very abusive household, and I never really had any sort of respite, any sort of solace among like the people who I had to share this household with. I won't go into too much detail, because it is very hard for me. But I remember this game came out, and a bunch of YouTubers started playing it. The first one who played it, like that I watched, was Jacksepticeye. I remember, like, so I had this iPad mini, right? And it was my favorite thing ever because I could just watch a bunch of YouTube all day and just sort of escape the real world and, you know, sort of come back to my own world. And I used to see, like, basically what I tried to do was I just tried to find bits and pieces of this world that I enjoyed and wanted to be a part of. And, you know, Jacksepticeye was one of my favorites because he was just a gamer. He was just a YouTuber, and he just played games all day, and he made a lot of money off of it too, and he had a whole community, and he looked so confident and happy. I was like, I want to be like that too. I love video games. Like, that was sort of my dream, you know? Just to be myself, play games, not have to try, have fun, and make a living off doing it. Which is what I've been trying to do recently. I've been trying to keep that promise to myself. He's probably gonna go over there. One of the things that I like really respected about these YouTubers, that was like, it was so crazy to me, was how they were able to play these horror games. As a kid, I grew up in a household where I had to be terrified for my life every single day. I had to survive. I grew up with an unsupportive family. I grew up with not even a family. I just grew up with, like, I can't even tell you how I saw these people, because they were basically just like monsters to me. And they were so powerful, right? They had power over me. They had emotional power. They had physical power over me. They had... I was basically under their control, and I didn't want to be. So any sort of respite that I had, it was online, it was through electronics. And I had a bunch of YouTubers that I looked up to that I thought were like me, but, you know, they might not be, which is sad. So I'm just trying to be the best example for myself that I can be, and live the life that I truly see for myself. bro. I remember... Well, I remember this game came out anyway, and I was just laying in my bed, fucking exhausted, depressed as hell, suicidal. And immediately, like, the energy that this game came with, this game provided, I mean, it was new, right? I'd never seen, like, this AI sort of, that would, like, adapt to you. I never, like, this was a new idea at the time, at least to me. And like, it's just hard talking about it because it's such a oh my god, it's such a complex. It's such a complex feeling. But anyway, I want to come back to the feeling of, like, how these YouTubers played these horror games and just didn't seem scared whatsoever. It was always like, it was insane to me. I never understood it. But I looked up to these people because they were facing, like, my worst fear. And they were having fun with it. They took control of, like, my absolute worst fears, my absolute worst feelings, and they made something cool out of it. They made their own from it. And I don't know if that's because we grew up differently, or if they had the same exact feelings and did what they needed to do anyway, did what they felt like they needed to do. What else do I need? I only need a lockpick. Wow. I'm speedrunning. Like, I could never do this as a kid. Like, even a few months ago, I could never do this. I was too horrified. Okay, I need the bell. But it was so, like, it was just beautiful to me. And this game itself, it's like I had a big brother to guide me through my worst fears. I had somebody that I could actually look up to. I couldn't look up to the people in my household because of how abusive and horrible and dismissive they were of me. I could never. They set an example for how I didn't want to be in this world. I want you to think of the highest form of fascism, and I want you to put that idea onto the abusive figures in my household. Just the absolute worst of the worst manipulative. What the hell was that? Absolute worst of the worst manipulative people. I just heard Five Nights at Freddy's, bro. So yeah, I'm positively horrified. But it was just like, is that it? Did I just beat the fucking game? But a part of why I loved this game so much was because of the progression. I got to watch the progression. I had something to look forward to every single month. Like, there was a new alpha coming out, and my big brothers would play it. And it wasn't just Jacksepticeye. I mean, I could watch as many YouTubers as I wanted, explore this game, play this game. Easy. Easy money. Easy money for a guy like me. I could watch a bunch of YouTubers play this game, mod the game. And there were so many secrets to be found everywhere. There's so much content to be found in this game. I kind of want to go through it right now. Like, there's dream sequences, there's... And this is the first alpha too, that there's secrets to be found, that there's a trolley I want to explore, right? And there's so much more to the game than just beating it. There's so much more to explore. It's a whole world in here. A world so much better than the one out there. A world so much better than the one in my household. I had to create my own world. You know? I didn't feel as lonely. I didn't feel as alone. And the worst part was the people in my household were actively trying to take this away from me, take away my world, take away my love, because they thought that what they had was better for me, when it was so debilitating. It was incredibly abusive. I guess I can kind of go into it just to give you an idea. The worst of it was the sexual abuse. I'm not going to go into it. They were smart about the physical abuse. They didn't do anything that gave me any heavy marks, because they knew that I could just call somebody, I could call CPS, they'd see the marks on my face, and then they'd do something about it. So their physical abuse was very hidden, but it was there, and it was horrible. Like, I flinch anytime somebody brings a hand close to me, anytime somebody moves towards me. Like, I'm horrified of people, because I know what they're capable of. I know what they want to do to you. I know how much control they want. And the thing that scares them the most is when you have control over yourself, because then they can't do nothing to you but just abuse you. And that's what I had as a kid. I had control over myself. They couldn't hurt me anymore, so they forced it onto me. They forced their abuse onto me. And not only do they deny it, they call it love. And they said, and it's classic manipulator shit. They go, you know how much I did for you? I gave you a household, I gave you food, I gave you water. I would rather, as a kid, I'd have rather them died so that I could go to a foster home. And so I didn't have to deal with them anymore, you know? I would have rather been homeless as a kid so that somebody else could come save me away from these monsters. But they're prison wardens. They're keeping me there. And any technology that I had was my only escape from this prison. And this fucking guy. Where's the bell? Oh my god. This fucking crickets. Here's the dream sequence. Like, just things like this, and like when he opens the door, that's a whole other world in there. Like, that's the coolest thing. This is such a marvel of human creation. This is so awesome. And the other thing that lied in the other world was just sexual abuse. And they said that was better than this? Are you joking me? This is fucking awesome. Look at the neighbor. Like, and I can never explain it to them. I can never get them to understand, because they never cared. They thought their sexual abuse was worth more to me than this ever could be. And now, like, right now in my life, there are so many people that want to sexual abuse me. And now I'm just powerful enough to leave. And they hate it. They hate it, bro. I'm actually going to search up how to get the bell. And it's because I have the power to remove myself. How to get the bell. Hello. This is so interesting. This is so beautiful. And in the other world lied horrible sexual abuse. And they said that was better than my love. And they couldn't accept the fact that I didn't want them. A flooded room or upstairs bathroom, and they usually, okay. They couldn't accept the fact that I had interest in other things than horrible, miserable sexual abuse, which is so backwards, because I feel like that's all this world has to offer. And this world, in the game, when you create something so beautiful, like, look at this house. I want a house exactly like this. Like, just things added on, and like, I can't explain it properly now. And I hope in the future that I have the ability to, because this is just This is beautiful. There's a trolley going through. This is so fun. This is taking the misery of humanity and putting it into something else, dog. And people can't, and the people in my life can't accept the fact that it's not something that I want or ever wanted. There's sexual abuse. Frick. I probably won't get through all of the secrets today. I'm just trying my best. I just want to talk, honestly. I've been going through a lot of, like, shit. I don't really want to go into it. I know there's, like, a glitch with these. You can, like, crouch and you pick it up. But yeah, no, this is my house. See, look at this. This is horrifying. And this is like a dream sequence. This is literally how I felt in real life. Like this magical sort of horrifying feeling that I couldn't put into words, that I couldn't explain to anybody, that I couldn't see, that I never knew existed. But it existed in the game. It exists here. We put our feelings into things like this. It's biblical, bro. It's biblical. It's beautiful. And there are people that want to take it away from me. And and I've tried to understand why. I've tried to see where they're coming from. I've tried to be human alongside with them. But at the end of the day, the only thing I can do is remove myself. Because they don't understand. They don't give a shit. And now that I have something that they want they want me, and I'm just constantly removing myself. Listen, I never thought this was possible for me. I never thought it was possible for me to get this much attention from people. It's horrible. I don't want it because they all want to hurt me. And like, it's crazy because I've been so alone my whole life, and physical attention and just not feeling so lonely all the time. That's the only thing I've ever wanted, but the only thing these people have to provide is sexual abuse to me. And instead of taking it, I do something else with my power. I play games, I try to make YouTube videos, I try to make a living for myself. And they won't support me through it. They think the only thing I need is more sexual abuse. So I leave, bro, I leave, I don't let them. Let me in! I just don't let them in anymore, and they hate me for it. How did he? I was under the bed. Okay, whatever. And now I'm so strong that I can just stand on my own and not take shit from anybody. And like, they've abused me horribly for it. And what am I supposed to do? Dwell on these feelings or make something out of it, right? I decided to make something out of it. How do I get in? I think there's something so me about Hello Neighbor. There's something so home about it. And I can't exactly pinpoint why. Maybe it's just a home away from home where I can have fun, I can be something else. I can choose how I move forward through this life and solve problems and have fun, bro, and have fun. Like, and realize that my life doesn't have to be miserable all the time. Not anymore. Fuck. And I feel like the people in my life who are trying to sexually abuse me as we speak, they don't understand that I don't want to have their misery anymore. I don't want to hold their pain anymore. I want to make my own out of it. And they can't accept the fact that I don't care about them. That I never did. I wanted to make my own out of this world. I just wanted to be alone, and they couldn't accept it. Fuck this guy! I'm actually gonna restart the game. I did this in my other video too. Because when he puts too many traps up, I'm just like, I cannot be bothered. See, even my background's Hello Neighbor. Like, there's this mystique and this vibe, especially to the old alphas. I guess one of my favorite parts about Hello Neighbor is also the progression. I think a lot of their opinions is like, this is the best Hello Neighbor will ever be, and that's that. And I don't think that's true. I think that the art style developing in the later alphas made it just became more true to itself. And whether you like it or not, it's fine. But for me, I loved it. I loved seeing the progression of it. I loved seeing this world develop. It was like seeing how I could develop my own world in a sort of way and have it change and not have it be so rigid, but I can also come back to this place and still have fun here. You know what I mean? Like, this always will have a place in my heart. And it's okay to change too, right? And I feel like that's just a concept not enough people or nobody like me understands. I feel like a lot of the time people just make things for no reason. And they don't actually have any concept or understanding of why they make things. Which is heartbreaking to me because of how beautiful all of this truly is, how much I can actually see and appreciate it. And how little I want their sexual abuse anymore. I never wanted it in the first place. They wanted me to be a part of their empty world. I said no, I'm gonna find something else, and they hate me for it. They hate me, bro. And I'm done explaining myself. I'm done trying to get them to understand me. I'm just doing my own thing now, and they're trying to stop me. How has that ever been fair? So I chose to be justice in my own life. I chose to be. I didn't have to. I just chose to. And it's so easy for me because of like how much thinking I've done. I've already done the work. It's so easy for me to carry myself like this. It's so easy for me to not look back because I understand what I want and what I choose to accept, and other people don't choose to accept that. That ain't my responsibility anymore. It never was, and it never has been, and it never will be. I think a lot of what I love about these worlds is that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to die and start again. It's It's fine. And sometimes you'll lose so much progress, you'll wonder if it's even worth it anymore. And guess what? I have the choice to just leave the game and stop recording too. The power is within my hands. I'm allowed to rest. And that's why I love this world. It's because I can just rest. I can look at something else and love it instead of having to look at my pain and try to understand why it happened to me. I can just move on from it. But people can't accept that. And I'm done. I'm done explaining myself. I'm done being... That was such a delayed reaction. A world where I don't have to worry about being too loud or... Oh shit. Where I don't have to pretend. How the fuck did he... I'm so fucking done with this fucking game. I'm allowed to be mad. A world where I'm allowed to be mad. I'm allowed to explore sadness. I'm allowed to be happy. And I'm allowed to let go of it all at the end of the day and be nothing. I'm allowed to be scared. And I'm allowed to push forward anyway. Into the night. Into the neighbor's house and figure out all his secrets. And this is what matters to me. As an individual. And whether or not it matters to anybody else is no longer my concern. And it never should have been in the first place. And I'm just so fucking sorry to myself that I ever tried to understand other people. When I only ever had to try and understand myself as an individual. And now I'm putting my time into that. As alone as I am, and this is the most alone I've ever been in my life. Yet, I feel more powerful and more capable than I ever was before. And that's worth something to me. Whether or not it's worth anything to other people, whether or not they choose to define it as empty, I don't give a shit. Truthfully. I'm trying to build my own life now. And I always was. So this is the bell room. When the people in my real life world only ever cared about hurting me, it makes sense as to why they would want to stop me from doing this. Because they just want to keep hurting me. They want to keep taking from me. They want to keep using me. And I try to help people as much as I can, just to show them my world, just to show them who I want to be and to be an example for them. Like I'm trying to be an example for myself, like how I had other people to look for as an example. But at the end of the day, it's their choice whether or not they listen. I can't be that person for them, you know what I mean? And I have to let go of so many feelings, and it's fine, I don't care. They were never worth anything to me in the first place. Was that 6 minus 2? What? Bro, I cannot see the board right now. 3 plus 1, 4. 7 minus 5. That's 2. 2 times 4 equals 8.
What is that? 6 minus 2. What is that? Plus 3? Well, there's only one other number in here. Did I win? 6 minus 2. 4 plus 3. Let's try 5. What is this? 1? I literally cannot see the board. Okay. Oh wait, it's 3. It's 3.
And I know that there are people in my life that want to help me. Ooh, shotgun. But they can't help me. Because they think that I want something that I really don't. Because they want it. Right? And instead of trying to be like, no, this isn't what I want. No, please trust me. I don't want it. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna do my own thing. I've stopped trying to explain myself. How the fuck? I turned off the electricity, didn't I? Yep. And I think one of the hardest things is that it really does fucking hurt. At the end of the day, I was sexually abused. I was horribly fucking abused by these terrible fascist monsters. And there's nothing that I can do about it. I don't think this is giving up, though. I think this is carrying the fuck on, moving forward. Giving up on that pain rather than giving up on myself. And that's the most powerful thing I've ever done for myself in my life. And other people can't accept it. I don't give a fucking shit about what other people think anymore. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Oh my fucking god. Oh shit. No! Oh, I got the key. The key's there. Okay. I didn't even realize. I think one of my favorite things about this world is that it's open to interpretation, right? I can try new things. I can drink 5 sodas in one night if I want to. I can see how I feel. I can see how it affects my body. Even though I'm scared. I'm like, what, am I gonna get fat? You know? But it's like, it's not that deep, man. Because this takes a lot of energy. Me putting my feelings into something else, me playing this game for hours, it takes so much energy, you have no idea. It's suicide. I'm killing myself over and over and over again in the hopes that there's something better in this world. I'm basically killing a version of myself that's scared so that I can buy a new version of myself that is scared but still does it anyway, if that makes sense. Fuck, I keep dying to this shark, bro. I want this bell. And I don't even like talking about other people because I know how they define me. I know how shallow their perception of me can be, / is already. And I don't even like thinking about other people. I just like focusing on my own thing. And right now, this is... I'm in a really tough situation, I'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll get into specifics in the future when I'm hopefully in a better situation than I am now. Fuck, do I have to do all that bullshit again? Oh my god. Like, see, I'm just angry. Now I'm angry. Woe is me. Like, it's not that fucking deep. And other people just can't accept it. It's like, why are you so angry, man? My fucking god. Okay, I'll do this in another video. Whatever. Thanks for listening. Bye.